Hi, Mark here, and you're tuning in to session number 21 of the Epic Personal Trainer podcast. Now, as I keep saying, the fitness industry and personal training business works so much better when it is built on relationships. Good relationships means great communication with your people. It means knowing how to serve them in the best way possible. And it also means loyalty both ways, which benefits you and your clients or members. Now, another way to use the power of relationships is by growing a network of special people where you can get support and advice, but also help grow each other's businesses. So what am I talking about? I'm talking about other experts that you can work with that are in a complementary business or industry to personal training that you can learn from and get referrals from, and vice versa. So here's a quick list of my top 5 people that are experts in their own given areas that you should be in relationships with as soon as possible. So first up, number 1, other personal trainers. So this first one might sound a little bit different, because you're thinking, well, these personal trainers are in competition with me. But really, you should have a good network of trainers that firstly are in a different speciality to you. So let's say you're right now a transformation trainer and a lady comes to you wanting to transform herself after giving birth to her first child a few months ago. If you ask me, that is ideally a job for a specialist and someone who's even gone through the process themselves. So if you have a connection to a trainer that works in pre and postnatal and works with women in this situation, you can take care of this client in the best way possible by referring them to her. By doing this, you can give great service, but also potentially some kind of a commission for the referral. Or you can have some kind of standing arrangement with the other trainer so that they will send clients your way when somebody comes along that doesn't quite fit their business. So let's say this same lady that approached you doesn't come to you, but goes straight to the specialist trainer. She's having a great experience and is getting results. And she tells her trainer that her husband wants to start some training. And is there a trainer she recommends since she doesn't work with men? You can be that trainer she recommends. Finding other specialists, not just sort of pre and postnatal, but, maybe people that also like working with lower back pain or diabetes or older people. Now, you should also have relationships with trainers that are in the same specialty as you. You can always send each other business. If somebody comes your way but can't train with you for a reason, maybe the distance is too much, the price is not right, or just something like your calendars are not matching up and you can't fit them in. Instead of just letting them go, you can refer them to another trainer that would do the same for you, send people back your way for the same sort of reasons. So you're still going to gain clients. You build that kind of equity with these other trainers that they hopefully reciprocate in the long run. So get to know some other trainers that are good trainers so that you feel comfortable recommending them. But also, these trainers, they need to be on the same wavelength as you so that you know that they see the benefits of these types of arrangements. And, you can trust that they will give in return. Now, number 2 on the list is a physiotherapist. Now, pretty much everybody gets injured at some point in their life, whether it's in the gym or outside. The gym can be a dangerous place, and I think that increases your chance of injury over time. But whether it is a training injury or an accident in the home or, some kind of repetitive or lifestyle thing from sitting all day, most people at some point will need to see a physio. So if that's one of your clients, it's great for you if you can refer your clients to a good physio that's going to take good care of them. And clients will ask you. Yes, you may lose business for a while as they go off to see the physio, but you're going to lose them anyway if they can't train. And if your client's recovery is made better by seeing the physio and it's over sooner, they'll be back training with you before you know it. Plus, you'll be showing them that you are putting your client first in a very professional way, and your client really will appreciate that. Now, another reason for building a relationship with a physio is that people that go to see a physio very rarely complete all their treatment and programs and reach the end of it. After a few sessions, they'll often think, I'm feeling a little bit better. And they have this list of exercises that the physio gave them, and they think they can now go and do it all on their own. But what they're missing is the accountability. So they plan on doing all this on their own, but that hardly ever happens. And then the treatment's never truly finished. So if you're a trainer and you're in good communication with a physio, you can help provide a kind of extended aftercare under the guidance of the physio, and you can get recommendations to help the patients complete all of their program. So this is a great value add for the physio and also a great way of getting new business for you. Now, one smaller thing you can do as well, when you have connections like physios, where they have that high level of expertise, is that you can go to them for advice. Say if you've got a new potential client and they come to you with issues that you're not aware of or you never heard of, you can go to your physio connection and ask them directly about the condition or the injury and what's the best course of action. That action might be just for you to be able to train them with that new bit of information and knowledge that you've got from your physio, or it might be to refer them over and have them work with the physio. And, you work with a client in the way I mentioned before on this kind of aftercare model. The client starts with a physio as your referral, and then you work with the physio, and then you start to train them normally after their recovery is complete. Now, this kind of setup or arrangement you can also do with other therapists that are going to make up number 3 and 4 on the list. So number 3 is sports massage therapists. It's really good to have a relationship with a good professional massage therapist. And also at number 4, you got chiropractors. Now, whether you love them or hate them, they're very popular and they're in a very complementary business. So building up a relationship with them is really good. And to be honest, I've only ever had good things to say about the ones I've ever been to. Now, you can also make very similar arrangements with them as you did your physiotherapist and see all the same kind of benefits by networking and building relationships with them. Now, finally, at number 5 is a nutritionist or dietitian. Now, while you as a personal trainer may be okay to give nutritional guidance and advice, there are occasions where, you have a client that might need some higher level nutrition help that can only be done by a nutritionist or a dietitian. And on the flip side, these guys are never delivering exercise programs, so they can easily send people your way when they have a client that needs that help. So by sending each other and referring each other these clients, you can help build both your businesses. Again, all the benefits there are pretty much the same as with your physio. So go and make some notes, go back to that little section and make some notes about that part of today's session. Or you can go check out the show notes for this session, which again is session number 20. Now, to make these connections with all these people, you're going to need to approach them in some way. Now, it's always best to do it in person, and even better if you yourself have been a client of theirs at some point in the past, because you already have that connection. So it's far better to be able to recommend a person like a physio and their service if you can speak from the experience of actually having worked with them as a client. Plus, you've got that existing relationship, which means they're going to be far more likely to be responsive to your ideas because that know, like, and trust is already there. You've got that connection. But if you haven't got that connection, don't worry. You don't 100% need an existing relationship to make this work. You just need to start by paying them a visit, paying them for a session or 2, so you can get things off on the right foot and you can really experience how they work. By linking up with these experts, you will learn a lot. Plus, you'll grow your business through a personal network that can help you all grow each other's business within your community. And it's all driven by referrals. So that's a quick one for today. I hope again that this has been useful for you and you can put some of this stuff into action. If not now, maybe in future. And, if you like this session, take a screenshot and share it on social media. And don't forget to tag me. My handle is @MarkDavani, so I can also reshare it. So if this or any other session might help a friend, teammate, batchmate, they'll be able to see that, or you can send it to them directly, which will be really appreciated. Finally, check out the resources page on the website. The link is in the show notes, but you can go there now. The web address is www.epicpersonaltrainer.com/resources. There are loads of forms and templates and stuff like that to help you out with your personal training business. So take it easy, and I will see you in the next session.